Hi guys, so a lot of us are confused on how to bring in more variety with respect to bodyweight training at home because almost all of us who are into fitness are considering bodyweight training during this gym closure or lockdown period of COVID. So we had spoken about bands and I'm going to bring in a detailed picture on basically how to use them. But there are these 6 or 7 factors that you could implement with bodyweight training with almost no equipment and get a lot of variety out of it and exclude your boredom and bring in more training days and more months and years to your bodyweight at home stuff. So the first one is position. So there are basically some fundamental positions that we all as humans go into. Prone, lying on your stomach. Supine, lying on your back. Tall kneeling, which is both the knees together. Half kneeling, it's kind of a static lunge position. Then you have your quadrupled, which is on the knees, on the hands. So those are the positions which you can manipulate. I'm going to talk about in a separate video how you can manipulate those positions. So for example, if you're doing a push-up, you could do it on your knees. That is a quadrupled. If you're probably doing a squat and that is too easy, you could do it on one leg. It's lunge. It's half kneeling. If you're kind of doing a plank, you could do it on one leg. That is unilateral. So there are a lot of change of positions that you can do. Then how do you manipulate the load? If you've been doing push-ups all your life on the floor, the standard push-up, I bet you could have done a lot more reps. But how far can you go before boredom strikes? You cannot just bang in reps and think that you're gonna get a drastic change to your physique or strength. So you can manipulate the load. How? Bring your knees, elevate them. Elevate your hands. If making it too easy, elevate your hands. If standard push-ups are too hard, elevate your hands. Do push-ups on your knees. If standard push-ups are too easy, then elevate your feet. Elevate your feet further. Get into a handstand. That is one of the most challenging positions anyone could be in. So even for squats, if a bodyweight squat is easy, do it in a prisoner position. Do it overhead. So that would expose a lot of mobility issues with all of us do have in our spine, upper spine. So that would be the load manipulation. One could be doing basically a plank with it's called a Superman plank with both your hands way right out in front. It places a lot of stress on the core. So how do we change the position of the load? So position of the load is manipulating levers. So as I spoke about the Superman plank, you could bring your hands in front of you and then do a plank, and then see how much. Even 5 seconds is very difficult to hold at the initial level. Doing planks on one leg, on one hand, that is manipulation of the load. Tempo. Now you must be doing push-ups in a standard 1 second tempo. Try doing in a 5 second down and 1 second up fashion, and I bet if you are able to do 50 push-ups in a standard way, you won't be able to do 15 or 20 in a 5 second negative. So bring in negatives. If you are used to negatives, throw in some speed, throw in some explosive stuff, come up in less than 1 second, calculate the time. That will bring in more variety. Do them as separate days. One day, do them as a 5 second negative and 1 second up, and the second day you go 1 second and then 0.5 seconds. So that is bringing in more power component into your training. Same could be done with squats and lunges and other exercises. So again, range of motion. If someone is not pretty good with the normal push-up or normal squat, they could start off with partials. Maybe just go halfway and gradually, bring your hands closer to your chest, and then one day you'll be able to progress to a normal push-up. If someone is very good with the push-ups, they could manipulate the range of motion, make it even the range should go more. So how do we do that? We could place two blocks or two chairs maybe, and then do the push-ups. Your scapula is further going to retract and you're going to push from a greater distance. Same goes with the squat. Try to go deeper. Try to implement. You can squat with heels elevated. Go further down. So that way you could place more stress on your body. Unilateral, bilateral, of course. If you're very good with squats, try walking lunges. They kick your ass. I'm betting you. Walking lunges without any weight. You do 70 or 80 at one go. Your legs are going to burn like anything. It's almost equivalent to using some heavy ass weight with a squat and doing it. Try it. Same with one arm push-up. It's one of the most challenging exercises for the core. It is there. It is for the chest, triceps, and shoulders, but your core gets fired way more than any other thing. That variation. One arm push-up is a master exercise for someone who wants control of their physique. And of course, the last is tool or equipment. So tool, basically, if you are using resistance bands, that is one tool where you could manipulate a lot of stuff, a lot of stress you could put additionally on your body. Or again, with the bands, not just additional stress, you could also elevate some stress. If you're not very good with the push-ups, loop in some bands around your elbows and then try and do it. So they'll assist you in doing the push-ups. Same with the squats as well. If someone is using free weights like kettlebells or dumbbells, manipulate that, with one hand, with one arm. So tool is, barbells, dumbbells, bands. Maybe go barefoot one day and see how you feel. Maybe go with shoes one day if you're doing it barefoot. It's a completely different feel. Okay. So these are some basic variations that you could do, with respect to bringing in variety to your training. Now you could just see position wise as well, if you could manipulate positions to make it tougher or make it easier. Load, make it tougher, make it easier, make it, if you're unable to do a plank, maybe go with a kneeling plank. So that is progression or regression. So everything here could lead to a progression or a regression depending on what your goal is. So try and bring in more variety into your training. I am going to talk about how to program your days in this lockdown period. It's very tough and people have been doing random shit. You don't need to. See where you want to go, plan accordingly, and go there. So see you.